Hey guys, back for another video on the sprigging of cypress greens. You can kind of see there behind me, 17 green on cypress getting watered after the sprigs are down. Sprigging is complete, grass is in. You know, it's probably looking at 8 to 9 weeks or so of growing in with this good weather. Hopefully we'll get them open pretty quick, but we're going to show you guys over the next few weeks just a little bit about the growing process. If you weren't here last year, if you didn't see that, it's really interesting, really unique. Really weird to a lot of people who've never seen it before. But anyway, we're 3 to 4 weeks probably behind of what we were last year, mainly due to availability of the material. If you guys can kind of think back to February of last year, hard freeze, a lot of people throughout Texas needing Bermuda grass for their greens. We were redoing ours last year, but a lot of people lost a lot of turf, a lot of sod needed, things like that. So a lot of these sod farms used up all the material that they had. The end of the summer tried to really grow and push it to where they could get ready for 2022, and it just didn't happen the way they wanted it to. So the shortages kind of carried over into this year, and luckily we were already had our contract signed with them, in line, got our turf, so just took a few extra weeks to get that, but it's here now. It's going to be interesting to see. Stay tuned for more. Take a look at these sprigs. It kind of looks like big runners that you might see in your yard. It's kind of all clumped together. But just putting on the ground, and then with the cutting, come in here and you can see in these slit lines that it's actually knifing those down into the soil, where now they'll be able to get good water in the root zone and start to root. Kind of see this is what a stolon looks like, and you can see at the bottom the roots. If I can get that pressed into the soil to where it then has nice water, be able to take up that water, it'll root really quickly, and you'll start to see roots within 3 or 4 days. So after they're firmly planted in the ground, that's not the last step. You can see behind me the water going, shutting off. The next process over the next week is just intense watering, unless we get some rain, but mostly intense watering to try to keep moisture there for the root zone to take. You can imagine with no roots at all, 100-degree heat, how things can really get dry and not work like you want them to. So you've almost got to grow it, I say, hydroponically for about a week or so, just until those roots start to take in. So with this heat, sometimes with the wind during the summer, it may mean 1 or 2 minutes of water every 10 minutes during the day. So these heads will come on probably 100 times a day, every 10 minutes. Kind of see behind me, there's the next one getting started. But for the next few days, and then we'll kind of start tapering that off as we start to see a root zone. Maybe stretch it to every 15 minutes, every 20 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour, 2 hours, 4 hours, kind of go in those type of progressions over the next probably 2 to 3 weeks. But you want to make sure you get them really moist. These sprigs came green. A lot of times you'll get sprigs that are kind of almost look dead. These were green when we got them. Typically when you put them in the ground, they get that heat, they're going to turn a little bit brown for about 4 or 5 days, but ours never went off color, got water on them immediately. So still looking really good. It's all about just keeping them moist for now, getting them ready to start growing. So all this watering that's going to go on the next few weeks will very much determine the success of these greens going forward. You miss a green, you lose a spot on a green, it could take you months to recover, a year to recover. So This is probably the most crucial step in the process, is making sure that what you get stays alive and keeps going. I will invite you to take a look at a video from last year on our watering. I go over a lot of the details of each sprinkler and how many fault points there may be that we have to check on a daily basis with each of these heads. So I won't beat a dead horse with that, but just watch that, take a look and see how detailed the watering process is for more information. Look forward to the next couple weeks as we go from the mostly watering phase to top dressing and trying to get that grass to actually grow with mowing. So looking forward to that. Really excited about what's to come on these greens.